Hello friends, there's been a very large amount of squad turnover over the course of this building of a squad. So today we're going to properly meet the team and the proper Icelandic adventure can begin. If you have been enjoying this series, do hit that like button. That would be magnificent. And it's actually what keeps my heart pumping. So we're going to be doing a massive chunk of games in today's video, just because I want to actually play some matches with this squad and see what they're going to be like, properly getting into things so we can meet our new heroes. But on that topic, with all these players joining us, it's a lot of names and a lot of people. And I figured today would be the perfect opportunity to introduce you guys properly to the squad. This is our goalkeeper for the season on loan, of course, Hrafnel Gothi Haldarsson. Little tidbit about him, he's an extremely keen cyclist, and he can often be seen up and around the mountains around Reykjavik, just bombing it down hills on his bike, which is dangerous. You be careful. Next is one of our main centre-backs, Malcolm Palacios, the Colombian import. Bloody loves photography. He has taken some outrageous shots, some of which you'll probably see in thumbnails, because I'm going to steal them from you. Malcolm, just warning you now, bud. Frans Grönlund, our Finnish import, amazingly tall centre-back, the hero of our first game of the season. He actually spent a few years during the off-seasons in Hollywood, acting as an extra in various TV shows. You may well have seen him, honestly, if you keep your eyes peeled. Next is Patrick Tor Pettersson, otherwise known as Patrick from now on. Loves bowling, which you'd think that if he's looking for strikes all the time, he'd probably be a striker, but no, he's trying to stop you. He's that thing that comes down and stops the pins from falling over. And if you've seen me bowl, you know the biggest danger to the pins not falling over is me bowling. Next up is Cadu, our 22-year-old wingback. When he came in from Brazil, he brought a lot of coffee with him because he's somewhat of a coffee snob, which I guess at the very least means we're going to have some fantastic stuff floating around the club in the meantime. Everybody's going to be wired. Next is Oscar Borg, the Malteser. The ironic thing is he bloody hates chocolate, which is why I'm just going to sit here, Oscar, and just taunt you through this entire process with, I don't know, this chocolate from a red packet. I couldn't possibly distinguish it. Next is Birgir Thor Guðmundsson, our central midfielder. Can play centre-back if we wanted him to, and he's got the height to do it as well. He is obsessed with card games, but not poker or, you know, anything that I suppose matters. No, he just loves playing Ring of Fire, which, is that really what we want right now? Next up, our young Mozambican. Just settled in the country, doing a bloody wonderful job at settling in with the lads. Mainly because he's obsessed with camping. Takes the lads camping whenever he gets an opportunity to it. Some of the lads bring a few more little items that they might enjoy with him. But no, Zacharias isn't into that glamping shit. Ingolfur Sigurðsson. We all know about Ingo. He's called Ingo. The man is obsessed with himself, it would seem. I mean, look at that picture. He's just like, whoa. Next up, Dagur Ingi Axelsson, of course, on loan, one of our two loan strikers that we hope to lead us to glory this season. He considers himself somewhat of a polyglot and an amateur linguist. So far, he's learned Icelandic, and he's hoping to learn more very soon. And lastly, for our starting 11, Stimirmani Karasson, of course, scored that goal for us in, I believe, the cup match, which was kind of crucial in the end. He absolutely adores cooking. Hates Icelandic cooking, weirdly, but he is obsessed with German cuisine. So hopefully just from that, you've got an idea of some of these players and who we're going to be dealing with this season. Of course, we'll get to know some of the substitutes and the squad players throughout the rest of this season too. Now, I'm actually tempted to drop Axelsson for today's game and go with Benny Jonsson in that role instead, while we try to figure out exactly who we want in there. But Karasson looked solid in there, and obviously Grönlund looked superb. Mr. Greenland. Now, some clubs have already got 2 games played more than us, which is kind of weird. As you can see from the league table here, HK have already played 3 matches. Some of the teams below us have already played 3 matches. And that's good, because we're above them still. Just getting a win in that opening game, surely Ingo can't put another one on Grönland's head. Oh my god, well he did. He actually did. Oh god, that's a mismatch at the back post if ever I've seen one. Oh, Haldarsson with a great stop. Not a lot of options in the box just yet. Now there is. Wow, what a ball in from Cadu, and Stimirmani Karasson makes it 1-0, and we have actually taken the lead in our second game. This is a very good start from the lads to the season. Given what we saw in those cup matches and the friendlies, I wasn't overly confident, but Cadu here, this is brilliant. He has so few options to pick out, and this is a gorgeous ball. He couldn't have put that any more on a plate for Karasson, and it's 2-2 for the young man. It feels like Borg and Cadu are going to get a lot of space today. They don't seem to be particularly bothered about pressing them. He's got to look for that overlapping run. Or maybe there was the chance for it, perhaps. Could go for the cross. Whips it in. Oh my god. This is insane. 2 goals in 22 minutes for now, and now Benny Jonsson's on the score sheet. Well, this is certainly a turn up from the previous game. Great work from Borg down the left-hand side, and the wing-backs are actually really having a good game so far. They've been given the space. It's a great ball in from Borg this time, and Benny Jonsson, easy header for him. 2-0. Come on, Borg again. Might have to turn back. No, he's going for it. He's going for another cross. And Benny Jonsson's header is on target again. Just needs to keep hitting this to the back post of Benny Jonsson at this rate. Ball in. Benny Jonsson's header over the bar. Cleared away, but yet again, straight back into our path. Our three centre-backs today have been just solid as a rock. Mutemba's got to find Kadu here, surely. Yes, he does. Yet again, Kadu played into space. Can he find another great ball in? He's gone short this time for Benny Jonsson. Can he pull it back for Kadu? Whips it across, maybe? Oh, that was a great piece of football, and honestly, Ingo should have done better. Borg. He's got to go down and find that cross again, and Benny Jonsson! Oh my goodness me. It's 3-0. Benny Jonsson with a brace, Oscar Borg with 2 assists, and Kadu with the other. We have torn them apart in the wide areas in this game. We didn't see any of this in that first match, but they've just given us so much space in these wide positions. Borg, his crossing has been flawless. Look at this for a ball. This is just asking to be hit by Benny Jonsson on the full volley. I'm so glad we started him today. What a decision that's turned out to be. 3-0? I think 3 is a bit harsh on Wulsinger, of course. But we've created some excellent chances and we've taken them and look so good. Now we do have a chance from a set piece though with Ingo. Can he pop it on someone like Grönlund's head and he's hit the post and side netting? Oh, here we go. Ingo. The lads are queuing up at the back post to get on the end of this here, and they have done. And it's actually going to be a hat-trick, I think, for Benny Jonsson. Incredible. It's 4-0. I don't know why he was even the one there. I usually put the centre-backs there, but Benny Jonsson's crept in, got the header, and it's a hat-trick for him on his league debut for us, I think. Dangerous ball in. That's a big chance for him, and headed away brilliantly by Saul Rosinha just off the bench. Ball in again. Headed down. And there's another save from Halldórsson. If we'd won this 1-0 or 2-0, I'd be pretty pleased. But the fact that we've got 4 here is extremely pleasing. And the fact that we look like we're going to get a clean sheet to go with it is just sensational from the guys. 4-0 to KV over Wulsinger. Now, these guys might be rubbish. But the fact is, we're a newly promoted side. And we've just hammered them 4-0 with a hat-trick. And our strikers are flying. Didn't have to rely on set pieces. That was superb. I actually can't believe how good that was from the guys. We now move 5 points clear of the relegation zone. I know I'm going to keep referencing the relegation zone this year because we kind of have to. But the point is we've got games in hand on virtually every team below us as well. And we've already banged 6 without reply this season. Just occurred to me we conceded a goal there, and I wasn't paying attention because I didn't think we would concede so early. We've just conceded off of a free kick. That is extremely disappointing from us there. We've got markers at the back post, and they just completely lose the guy, and it's a simple finish. I mean, it's only the cup, I suppose, against a Premier League team, but come on, lads, you're better than that. Stephenson's ball in again. Oh, that back post is causing problems for us as Fischer with the header, and Mikael Fischer makes it 2-0. Chance for us, though, maybe. Can we do a bit of our own here? Ingo's ball in, and Grönlund's header is in the bottom corner, and it's 2-1. Every goal in this game has been a set piece as Grönlund's banged another one. 2-1, we're back in it. Honestly, I actually think we're a bit hard done by to lose that one. All goals are scored from set pieces. Mistakes made by us definitely in there. I think we were pretty good value for more than a defeat, considering these guys are in the top flight. That's really impressive from the lads. Flipped into a good spot here. Good tackle from Palacios, but now he could be out of position. Got to track the run and he doesn't, and this could cost us, and it has cost us as Malcolm Palacios has conceded a penalty now. It's looking like our first goal conceded in the league this year. Castañera, bottom corner, and really that has been coming. We've not been good in today's match at all. Yep, in the end, a 1-0 defeat, and we cannot complain. It's actually kind of incredible that they only managed 3 shots on target, and one of them was from the penalty spot. That's all it took for them to beat us in the end was the penalty. We're actually looking surprisingly good at overperforming, and I think it's just because look at the number of shots they're taking from, like, not far out, but reasonably far out, where they've got our entire defensive line to break through. We did a pretty good job at hanging in there for as long as we did, honestly. Tiredness just really caught up with us on that particular occasion, though. But still, 6 points from our first 3 games is nothing to be sniffed at. We've got a game in hand. In fact, we've still got games in hand on the teams below us as well, which is the main thing. Another slightly worse news. 4 yellow cards, I think, gets you a suspension, but it counts for all competitions, not just the league. So 1 booking in the league for Gudmundsson here has just got him suspended from our next league game. Okay, chance for us now. Ingo, Grönlund's there, and he's done it again. It's KV 1, Leiknir Reykjavik 0, and Grönlund with his 3rd goal of the, that was his 3rd goal in the league. Anyway, gives us a very, very important lead. That is a big win. Franz Grönlund does it again. Wow, brilliant result from the guys. Again, our opponents are really struggling to get shots on target against us, and I do think it is because we're just sort of forcing them to shoot from range. So they're just taking pot shot after pot shot for the most part, it would seem. And we've got the result in the end. Well done, lads. Feels like half of these are Franz Grönlund. So they're actually not as it goes. It just looks like they are. I thought they were all corners for a second, but they're actually not. It's just we're getting a lot of targeted play there, apparently. Really big performance. Keeps us, well, pushes us up to 4th place, and more importantly, 7 clear of the relegation places now with that game in hand. One slight downside to, well, one of the many downsides to the fixture congestion is, and us being semi-pro in the process, is that we've literally now going into a spell of games where there is no training because we're playing 3 games a week, and therefore there are no training days. It's just unavailable for the next, like, 2 weeks. It's just matches. That's it. This feels like another one of these games that if we could just find one little opening although that could easily apply to them as well. And it might well do, as Halfarson's throw, got to get a block in, and we don't, and we've just surrendered the chance there. Henrik Harderson, that is literally their first opportunity of the entire match. That is a super disappointing defeat, when I think we actually played pretty bloody well in this match, and on another day, we certainly win it. So to lose it like that is very, very annoying, to have a result go like that in our favor. I mean, hopefully over the season it'll even out. It was nice to see us play as well as that, but that is really disappointing, because the performance was actually really good. We're still sort of in that top 5 teams at the moment. That seems to be where we occupy. The goal differences really sort of tell the big story there. Also, one of the journalists has taken a fierce dislike to me, but he has liked my questions this time. Not only have we got a massive game here, but we've also lost 2 people to international duty for it. We were going to have to rotate anyway, but now we're going to have to rotate even more. If you can dig out a good ball, maybe there's a chance for us. Well, he's got support from Gudmundsson. Oh, nice build-up. Oh, if this turns into something, Ingo! Wow, what a block. That could have actually given us the lead here. Great chance for Ingo. So he's going to go back for Rosinia. Mutemba. Oh, go on. Find that pass. Clips it in. Benny Jonsson's had us over the bar. Wow. Well, incredibly, we've taken a 0-0 draw away at HK, and honestly, I think we probably should have won. We're actually starting to play a lot better in the last couple of games, and ironically, we've now started not winning the games. But nevertheless, the actual underlying statistics are looking much better for us over the last few. Defensively, much better. All in all, I can't be too annoyed about a draw away at probably the comfortably best side in this division, and it keeps that gap between us and the bottom 8, really. Or sorry, the top 5 are starting to break away a little bit now, and that's what we want to be. We want to be in that, because so far, expected points, we're expected 6th, and we're sitting 5th, so we're kind of just bang on where we should be as things stand, really. At one point, after we'd won those first 2 games, we were expected 11th. It was very strange. It's just swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Ingo's delivery. Grönlund's there, and well, I mean, he's done it again for us. It's incredible. We have all these open play opportunities, and we cannot convert them. Yet we get one opportunity from these, and Franz Grönlund is just like, yes, I've got this, lads. 1-0 after 23 minutes. Need to get that back to the middle so we can work something. Ingo, lots of space from Mutemba. We need the run. There's the run. Carrierson, is there a run beyond? There is. Ingo! He's actually put it in. It's 2-0 now as Ingolfur Sigurdsson with a brilliant finish into the bottom corner. That is not what I was expecting. Back from Mutemba. He could shoot here. I think he might. And not only has he shot, he's pulled out an absolute worldie. Zacharias Mutemba. His first goal for the club, I think. That is an absolute ludicrous finish. Football is weird, right? Particularly in the lower divisions, where we have so many good chances and miss them. And yet we're able to do this sometimes. Mutemba gets it out of his feet and just bends that one into the far post for 3-0 KV. Come on. Although I think we're about to give them something here, because nobody's marking him up, and it's 3-1 now. They're back in it with half an hour to go, and I don't think we're out the woods yet. That was their first chance of the match. This league is so weird, man. Like, it's almost the reversal of the last 2 games, but we go and get the 3-1 win. Grönlund, Sigurdsson, and Mutemba with the goals to give us a 3-1 victory. I think where we really struggled in that match was holding possession. They did do a very good job of holding the ball, and we do struggle in those situations. But now, we're on 13 points so far, comfortably into that top 5 group as things stand, and up to 3rd place, and only 4 points off the top as things stand. I still think it's unlikely we're going to get into the top 2 spots. Not that it would matter if we did, but imagine if we did. They'd have some decisions to make at the big boy club, particularly as they're in a relegation battle of their own. I wonder what would happen if they got hang on, if they got relegated, wouldn't that then relegate us as well? Or would we get to swap? Can you imagine? Obviously in real life, that's what would happen. I wonder how well FM would be able to do that if we got promoted and they got relegated. Would we just swap? We'd become the daddy club now. We're at home again. It's a much tougher opponent though, and we've already gone behind from a corner. Georgie Sorry, I'm getting deja vu. This happened exactly like this. Plenty of bodies around him. Oh wow, what a ball. I mean, it's 2-0 now to Grotta. We are getting torn apart in the opening 10 minutes here. Tollefson scoops it to the back post. It's a good header, and it's actually put over the line for 3. Tollefson now to deliver another chance for them, and they've managed to score that one as well. It's 4-0 in the first half. This is insane. He's got no choice. Barely got any support. Mutemba slips it through for Ingo. And he has got one back for us. It's KV1, Grotta 4. Is there a chance for a massive comeback? Probably not, though, I would say. That was just really bad. I think the scoreline should have been closer than that, but they just took their opportunities. Right, the little bash right at the start of the game absolutely did us. Still leaves us 5th in the league and still 7 points clear of the drop zone, which is the main thing. But I think we will eventually start to lose touch with those teams a little bit if we have results like that too often. Fitness levels actually should be slightly better on account of us actually having some time off for the last week. So everybody should be slightly better. Some morale of players has obviously dropped on account of losing matches from time to time. Unfortunately, the wins, the losses just have such a heavy effect on us. The only negative link is up here. The strikers themselves, neither of them have actually scored since that first live com of the episode, hilariously. That's not to say they haven't had chances. They just cannot take them. Unfortunately, that's where it's been. Most of the chances have been falling to these guys, but Grönland's been the only one that's really put anything away from an occasional set piece, and it's been crucial. That and some long-range bangers from the midfielders, and we'll see where things go. Although I am tempted to drop Karasson at some point soon, because I just don't think he can do the job in that role. Whereas at least Benny Jonsson puts in solid-ish performances, even when he doesn't score. In fact, maybe today might be the first chance to do exactly this, and try someone else up there, like an Axelsson, perhaps. And I might also bring Patrick Hugh back in here, as he's slowly starting to get used to that role again. Now a chance at the other end, though. We've still been a bit sus from set pieces ourselves. I have shuffled some things around with who's marking who, and it's a good save from Halldórsson. Okay, another chance for us now. Wow, okay, you're seeing a few more set pieces today. Ingo Bolinen again clips the crossbar. Whoa, cameras all over the shop. We have got away with that one. Yes, we have. Wow. Oh, Mutemba straight in there. I wonder if the poacher idea for our other striker might not be the worst idea, actually. If we've got the deep line forward doing a lot of the build-up stuff, just having a guy who's constantly playing on the shoulder might not be the worst idea, actually. It's a good ball, actually, for Kadu. Can he finally put a good ball in? We've got 4 men in the box for once. Need the cross, though. Goes for Borg. Oh my god, what a strike. Oscar Borg with a worldie of a finish. The Maltese international, who's just come back from international duty, makes it 1-0 to KV, and this is what I mean. These are the ones that go in. So great. Well, actually, it's not even that good of a cross, unless he is picking him out, but this is on the full volley from Oscar Borg, and it's 1-0. Come on. Huge goal. From one fullback to the other, Borgie with the finish, and again, like, we don't deserve to be in front in this game, but this time we are in front. We're going to try a poacher for the second half on Axelsson, perhaps, and just have him basically be like, yeah, you just get into goal-scoring positions, and we'll let the rest of the team do that stuff around you with Björn Jonsson dropping deeper. You just sit there and annoy the defenders for a bit, eh? Hugh. And he could go... Oh, there was nearly a passing behind there. Ingo could go for goal here. Oh, and he has! It's 2-0. Ingolfur Sigurdsson makes it 2-0 to KV with an absolute worldie again. KV, where we only score worldies, apparently. So lovely little pick out, actually. I think from Hugh. Watches the... Yeah. I thought he was going to take this further, but he's like, no, I've got this from here, lads. Smashes it in off the post, and it's 2-0. Wow. Got to build it up now. Borg to the left-hand side. He'll be in good spirits after his wonderful goal earlier. Benny Jonsson's header just wide. Clips one in. Benny Jonsson's header is wide of the post. He's had some good chances like that very often lately. Don't concede now. With 5 minutes to go, a goal here could be catastrophic, and, well, it is a goal because the guy on the line just let it be a goal. Scoops it back post. Should be a straightforward one. Oh, my God. Facing a little bit of a late onslaught here, which we've kind of brought on ourselves. What are you doing? We are responsible for our own downfall here. We're just giving them the ball back over and over again in the final few minutes of this match. It looks like, though, it is going to be Vikingo 1, KV 2. Bangers for days yet again from the guys, and it looks like that's going to be enough to get us another league victory that we've very much needed here to keep ourselves in that top 5 battle. And there it is, another win for the guys. We've got another home game coming up in a week's time against a club that's even lower ranked. This was honestly could have easily been a draw in this one. Those 2 quick-fire goals have done a massive job for us. Well done, lads. Far from excellent in the match, but we remain 5th in the league and stay in that top group of teams. And that's really all I want to try and do this season, is just try and stay with them for as long as possible. And now the gap is 9 points to the drop zone, so I think relegation is looking very much unlikely this year as we approach the halfway stage of the season already. Expecting to hear from his local contacts soon, Kalle took to refreshing his knowledge from the USB drive. It was a treasure trove of information. The names and numbers from Henrik's notebook now had context. They were people in positions all over football, from backroom staff, players, all the way up to agents and chairmen of various teams. What was as yet unclear is how direct their connections to the Nomads were. Were they willing members of the organisation, or blackmail victims, forced to do their bidding under the mark of the Onyx Wasp? Just be nice to string a couple of wins together, which we could do in the next game against Kortringir. If you've enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you have, drop a like. That'd be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be gorgeous too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and I'll see you guys very soon for some more Icelandic madness. Honestly, it might well be 3 episodes of like matches for the entire season, because why not? I want to give you more in these since there's slightly larger gaps between episodes. I want to make sure we get lots more stuff in them. That's my plan anyway. I'll see you soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.